The greatest mustache in radio. This is the Scott Miller Show on WJBC.
FM 102.1 and AM 1230 WJBC. This is the Scott Miller Show. My next guests have invested in the fastest growing sport in America. The Picklr is expanding its indoor pickleball franchise to Bloomington Normal. I'd like to welcome to the show a couple of Bloomington High School graduates. Alex and Adam join me in studio. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning, Scott. Thank you for having us.
Yep, good
All
morning.
right. Adam, when did you graduate from Bloomington High School?
2011.
2011. What did you do after high school?
I played golf at North Central for a couple years, transferred down to the University of Illinois where I had a finance degree and specialized in real estate. Since then, I've been doing real estate brokerage and development, a lot in the central Illinois area.
All right. Alex, what did you do after you graduated from Bloomington High School?
I went and attended the University of Illinois. I was a member of the golf team there and went to the business school and had a blast. And Central Illinois is where we grew up, and it's been home to us for a long time, and we're happy to be here.
All right, let's get into this. Are you two prepared to be the new kings of Bloomington Normal?
I don't know about the Kings of Bloomington Normal. We just want to bring an exciting business that everybody seems to be pretty excited about. We want to do something for the community that we think could be a great success and something that's needed down here.
All right, now is this you guys chasing money or are you pickleball players? How does this all happen? How does this come to be?
We play pickleball, but I would say we have noticed just from talking to folks that there's a need for indoor pickleball, and the sport has grown every year continuously. I think it's the third year in a row that it's the fastest growing sport in the country, which is insane. So we really just saw a need and think that it's going to be a great outlet for folks in the community to be able to play pickleball year round in a indoor specific facility. And if along with that comes some success and it's a good business, then that's awesome. But I think just providing the community the space to go in and be able to do something that seemingly a lot of people love to do year-round is going to be exciting.
All right, Adam, what is the Picklr? What is the Picklr?
The Picklr is the leading national pickleball company. They've signed, I believe now, and don't quote me on this, but I believe they've signed over 300 licenses with people such as Drew Brees, some of the largest national Planet Fitness franchisees. So they are determined to be the leading force in pickleball locations, and they aim to provide a state-of-the-art first-class facility. All of the courts are to professional specifications. They're going to have professional lighting, the balls, the paddles, like everything we're going to be able to provide will be top of the line and be in line with all other national pickleball locations.
All right,
So,
where are other locations of Picklr gyms or whatever we're calling this?
Yeah. So right now they've got probably 10 open in the Utah area. They are working on opening their first Illinois location up in Naperville. And then they have 2 more in the Chicagoland area. I know another one is up in Mundelein near where I live currently.
All right. Now, this has been a big conversation for the last couple of years as pickleball becomes the fastest growing sport in America. Is people are saying, what are you going to do with these malls that are empty? What are we going to do with these closed down Toys R Us's? And the conversation has been people are going around and renting those spaces or buying those spaces and opening up pickleball courts and pickleball gyms. Where are you guys going to be located?
Sure, and I think I'm pretty apt to answer that question. So I have a pretty strong background in real estate in the Bloomington Normal area. I was one of the people that spearheaded the transition from the former Toys R Us into demolishing half of that building and turning it into the Joann Fabrics in Texas Roadhouse. We were just approved over in Normal to bring in a Raising Cane's that I'd taken through entitlements. So, I've known the area and the real estate in this market extremely well for the last 10 years or so. So my dad and I are investors in College Hills Plaza, which is where the Paul Mitchell is located currently. So the proving ground's actually going to be relocating over to a center that my company owns, Bloomington Commons, next to Schnucks. So that freed us up with some space, and my dad and I kind of had a creative idea to let's bring pickleball down to this community. And I know my best friend Alex over here and his brother-in-law have been pretty excited about the concept. So we all just kind of started brainstorming and kind of came up with the idea. Let's utilize some of our vacant space and turn it into something that this community would really want.
All right, Alex, how many courts are there going to be?
There will be 9 courts, and 3 of them, we're kind of going through the phases now architecturally and all that, but 3 of them are going to be professional sizes, so just slightly larger, more of a tournament feel, essentially, but there will be 9 indoor courts in that facility.
All right, can you make it 18? Are you ready to expand? You're going to need to expand.
Well, we hope we need to. And I think we've talked about some plans on areas within that space that we can grow into. And then we also, have plans in the future to grow in communities, surrounding communities. So we're hopeful that the expansion needs to happen quicker, and there's the demand for it.
Joining me in studio, Adam and Alex. They are the new owners of the latest franchise of the Picklr coming to town. Do you need to be a member at the Picklr? Do you need to pay each time you play? Give me some specifics here.
It is a membership model, and with that is unlimited play. So it's, you call, you can get court time, that you're going to have a place to play. There are the opportunity for non-members to come play, and it's kind of a pay per time. But I think the idea and the ethos of the Picklr is membership, community. You go there, the group you're playing with. It's a fun just hang and a way for people to stay active and compete a little bit.
All right. Can you reserve courts? How's this going to be? Because what I know to happen here in this community is some of the outdoor pickleball places to play. People show up. They've got groups of people. There's 10 or 15 or 18 people. And when you lose, you go sit down and the next person steps in. And people like to play with their friends. Are you going to be playing strangers, or can you reserve courts? What's going to happen?
Scott, glad you asked that. So one of the reasons that we really went with the Picklr, not only, with their state-of-the-art facilities and, product that they deliver, but part of that is the technology package that we're going to be able to offer as well. So there's going to be a Picklr app that you download to your phone, and you can sign up for memberships on that. But within that, you can, reserve courts out to a week in advance. So, if you want to play every Monday at 5 p.m., you get on your phone a week before and, reserve your court. There's 9 courts that you can reserve from. So you can reserve with friends, you can reserve against strangers. But, there's going to be a lot of things that you can do on the app to make it an easy experience.
What happens if you just walk in the front door and say, I want to play pickleball?
Generally, what would happen at that point, it depends if you're a member or not. If you're not a member, our staff that we'll be looking to hire here will definitely work with each person to try to set them up with a membership as quickly as possible. It's a super easy process, really done on like a kiosk or an app. But if you're a member, generally to just hop on your phone like you would any other app. But that being said, I'm sure we can kind of work something out with our kiosk if there's open courts to kind of just do that immediate reservations.
All right. Have you guys announced price point yet here? What is it going to cost to become a member of the Picklr here in Bloomington Normal?
We have not yet. We are going through that process just because this is this market is not Naperville, right? It's a different market. So we're going through that process with the Picklr, but our assumption is it'll be certainly under $100 a month for unlimited play, and clinics come with that, guest passes, things of that nature, and events and tournaments. So it's somewhere around that, under 100 for sure. But we're kind of figuring out what we can do to just have it make sense for the community.
Are there going to be locker rooms? What's all going to be inside this facility?
Locker rooms, a shower, warm up area, a dink wall, as Picklr calls it, to kind of warm up and get your body ready to go play. But yeah, everything. I mean, we certainly want this to be a place that if you want to go play with some buddies before work, you can go play, shower, get ready, and go straight to the office. Yeah. And it's going to be all inclusive.
Yeah, and what else is great that we're going to be providing as well, because we do really see this as a community and a social business, is we're going to have community rooms for people to kind of go and brag or joke about how they just played, go and maybe we aren't necessarily offering like food options aside from your standard fitness drinks and protein bars, but we want people to be able to go and hang out after, before, and catch up, maybe play some cards. We'll be looking to add, a stretch area, maybe a little bit of some fitness for warming up. But one of the great things that is awesome about the Picklr is their partnership with Pickleball Inc. Pickleball Inc. is probably the leading brand in, providing balls, paddles, some clothing options. So we'll also have a pro shop where people can get, purchase all of their pickleball needs. So.
Alex, when you were going to Bloomington High School, did you ever think you would be on WJBC saying the word dink?
Definitely not.
No,
definitely not.
No.
And I'm glad about it. I'm excited about it.
Be honest,
but I did not have that on the bingo card.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, you knew. Dink, right? Boy, oh boy.
He's a dink guy.
So let's talk about that price point for a second. There are people that have joined local gyms here in the community that have pickleball courts, and I believe, clearly by looking at me, I don't go to a gym. It is less than $100 a month to join a local gym where they can play pickleball. Where do you come up with the price point of just under $100 or so to rationalize that to people that say, "Oh, I love the sport, but I don't know if I could swing that when I know I could play at my gym for X amount of money"?
Yeah, a lot of that is guidance from Picklr corporate, but also I think a big reason we're wanting to do this is because the demand is there, and I think there are a lot of folks that are very excited about having a indoor specific pickleball club to go to essentially and be able to play, and the courts are going to be, as Adam alluded to, they're professional spec courts, and it's a proper pickleball facility for people that love it.
Yeah, and it's not, this is not like a basketball court with a net thrown on it. I mean, this is dedicated to pickleball players for pickleball players.
Yep.
So everything about this is really tailor-made to those that really care and enjoy playing the game and want to have that amazing experience.
Who is your target demo? You guys are businessmen. You guys have done all this work before signing leases and before becoming a franchise owner. Who are you targeting?
It's a general answer, but I would say everybody. I mean, it's I think a few years ago, pickleball certainly there was a connotation around it of it's more of an elderly game, and retirement communities play it and things like that. But we've seen the data on, the average age now of pickleball players is 35. And last year, just under 40 million people played pickleball at one point or another. And high schools are starting to add teams. And it's a sport that is just growing like crazy amongst all demos. So I think we would love to be a place where, families come and their 5-year-old kid is learning to play pickleball and is having fun with it with buddies. And I think it's certainly a sport that is attractive to any and everybody.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I think for me, and to kind of echo what Alex is saying here, it really is for everyone. So, when I go and I'll go up to Wisconsin to be with my family, on the Thanksgiving or Christmas holiday seasons, it's something that, everyone from, me to my dad, to my mom, my sisters, we all played together. It's become a really family bonding experience for us. So, my mom will get out there and I'll let her win sometimes. So she'll, so she can have some pride there. Yeah. But, it's really something that I've seen anybody and everybody can play. People that are 25 can play against people in their 50s, and it can be competitive. So, we really want it to be something for everybody that just wants to enjoy the game.
I've heard all kinds of issues about pickleball here locally. Not enough courts. The court's not in good shape. Only temporary courts in some locations. The lighting is bad in some locations. You've got to sit too long in between games. What are you doing to make sure that you are offering the best pickleball experience to Bloomington Normal?
Yeah, well, the package that we're providing is all state-of-the-art. So the Picklr has multiple vendors that they've worked with all throughout the country that provide the best in class in terms of court surfacing, in terms of netting, in terms of, the post and fencing. I mean, the lighting package is phenomenal. So everything that we're going to be providing is going to be consistent and in line with all other pickleball locations. And one of the good things is that generally, if you sign up for our location in Bloomington and you have work in Peoria, and once we get to that market, you can go and play at that pickleball facility as well. And everything that we're going to be providing there will be identical to what we're providing in Bloomington. So it will be a consistent, excellent experience.
All right, Alex, when do you plan to open?
The goal is mid-September, early October. We're in the process now of, we have the space obviously, and as Adam mentioned, the proving ground is moving location. So break ground probably early May, hopefully on that actual construction, and then I'd say early fall for sure we'll be open and ready for people to come dink it around a little bit.
What financially are you guys putting into this? You guys are two local business owners. This costs a pretty penny. How much are you investing here?
It's an investment. We've got a group of folks locally. It's our families that wanted to bring this, and not going to get into specifics, I suppose, but we believe in it. I mean, I think we've seen the excitement around pickleball in the community, and we believe that bringing a facility like this is going to be welcome with open arms and is going to be something that people enjoy. And again, if it turns into financial success, then so be it. But I think our hopes and goals to start is just to have a place for people to call home for everything pickleball related in the community.
Alex, Adam, I appreciate your time. Congratulations. Thank you for investing here in Bloomington Normal. That says a lot that you brought some money back home here as you ventured off into great success in both of your careers, but also jumping on board to the fastest growing sport in America. It says a lot on your business eye and your business gut, but also what you believe and think about this community. So it's nice to meet you both.
Yep, thank you, Scott. Thanks for having us.
All right,
Scott.
If they want to find out more information, how can people find out more about the Picklr opening up here in town?
We have a Facebook page. Just search the Picklr Bloomington Normal, and then on there we'll be sharing updates and more information. And we've got our website essentially linked to that as well. You can search the Picklr Bloomington Normal for that as well. And then Instagram and all the social media accounts will be up and running, but Facebook is probably the best source of information.
All right. The Picklr opening up this year in FM 102.1. It's AM 1230. It's WJBC. Good morning.